She'll be coming back for a while. What's all this?
Oh, they're from the Garden of Aphrodite.
Oh, ooh, the magic flowers?
Mm-hmm. I slipped some of them into my pocket just to make sure they were real.
Well, now we know they are.
Mm-hmm. Well, Aphrodite broke Helena's curse, and I just, think we need to find a way to thank her.
Well, I mean, she was the goddess of love, right?
Mm-hmm. And she still is. Nicholas! Are you out here? Nicholas!
At last, my dear, we come to the end of our story. He won't hear you.
What did you do to him?
I would never hurt my darling grandson. All I've ever tried to do is protect him and encourage him to fulfill his destiny, but I have to save him from leeches like you and Alexis.
I love Nicholas.
Oh, love, see where it's gotten you. Oh, but you put up a good fight, brava. Not that you ever stood a prayer.
Drop it!
She will not have you, Nicholas. She has to die, don't you understand? It's the only way to set you...
The knife, drop it!
Oh. Oh.
You all right? You can join my father now. You all right?
Can you see her?
There's no way she could survive that. Emily, where are you?
I'm here, near the edge. Did you find Helena's body?
Only this. It was on a branch close to the rocks. I looked all around, but there was no sign of her. It's a couple 100 feet down. The water's ice cold. The current's way too strong. She has to be dead. I killed my own grandmother. Ironic. If Helena weren't dead, she'd be proud of me. Killed my own grandmother just like a true Cassadine would.
Nicholas, Helena had been terrorizing you. She had you locked up in a mental asylum. She gave you mind-altering drugs. She tried to kill me, Nicholas. You did it to save me.
I did the same thing to Mary. Emily, I reached that point, that point, and then bang, just like that. You should go. You should go while you still have a chance, Emily. You need to leave.
I'm not going to let you do this. You are a kind, loving, generous
I'm a killer,
person.
just like every Cassadine before me. I have that instinct. I'll never get rid of it.
It was an accident.
Wait, I threw her off the cliff. I told her to join my father in hell.
That's not what I saw. Helena was holding a knife on me. She was backing me towards the edge of the cliff. You told her to leave me alone, and she refused. She grabbed me, she put the knife to my throat, she threatened to kill me right there. You tried to pull her away from me. She pulled back, she lost her balance, and went over the side of the
Emily,
cliff.
we both know that's a lie.
It's the truth.
It's another murder, Emily. When's it gonna end?
No
Is it ever gonna
one has
end?
to know what happened except us. All we have to do is tell the police the same story, Nicholas.
Please, that's only part of it. You will never forget what you saw me do here tonight.
Nicholas, I saw you protect me. Fight against a woman who would do anything to kill me. That is what I'll remember, Nicholas. Your bravery and your love.
I should turn myself in.
The police were already looking for Helena. She threatened Alexis at knife point, and she suspected of killing Mary and that nurse. You say that it was an accident, and they'll be happy to believe you.
I can't. If I lie about what happened tonight, then I'll be the Cassadine that Elena always wanted. Violent, ruthless, no morals, no conscience, no nothing.
If you tell the truth, Nicholas, you could wind up in prison.
Huh? I'm a killer, Emily. Maybe that's where I belong.
You would be giving Helena what she wants. You would be separating us for years, maybe a lifetime. Are you gonna let her do that to us? Even after she's dead?
I can't hide from what I did.
Nicholas, I never thought that I could say this about another human being, but that woman deserved to die. You did the world a favor tonight.
Well, okay, if the court sees it that way, then that's the way.
I am not gonna let it to the courts. You saved my life. You shouldn't be punished for that.
I love you, okay?
Well, then
But it's
prove
never
it,
gonna...
Nicholas. Let Helena's legacy of misery die with her and stay with me.
Emily! Nicholas! Oh, there you are. You both all right?
What are you doing here?
I came to warn you. Helena is on the loose, and I'm afraid she's gonna try to kill Emily again.
She was here tonight. And there was an accident.
Are you still upset about lying to the police?
I'm trying not to be.
Nicholas, it was the right thing to do. Helena's gone. The case is closed. We never have to think about it again.
What's this?
What does it say?
Damn it, I thought this nightmare was over.
Yeah, I could have sworn that we were alone on the bluffs with Helena. Do you think one of the servants saw you push her?
No, I think it's worse than that. Helena wrote this note. I'm telling you, somehow she survived that fall.
To a conclusion.
Yeah, the obvious one.
Not necessarily. Just because we haven't found Helena's body doesn't mean that she isn't dead. Nicholas, you said it yourself. Helena fell from the same bluff as Stefan, and the fall killed him. It makes sense that it killed Helena, too.
In a perfect world, Emily, one where you and I haven't lived for
She
very
was
long.
washed away by that current, Nicholas. I'm sure of
Then
it.
who wrote the note? The gardener, the launch pilot? Some trespasser?
Look, it doesn't matter. No one can blackmail us because we aren't hiding anything. Helena came after me with a knife. She meant to kill me. You stopped her, and in the struggle, she fell from the bluff. We told everything to the police. End of story.
Except for the part where she fell, Emily. I pushed her. Someone wants me to pay for that. suppose this unknown witness or whatever had a camera and took pictures of me pushing Helena off the cliff.
Why do you keep going to the worst case scenario?
Well, what do you think the note is about, Emily?
Someone is playing mind games, Nicholas, trying to make us act and feel guilty.
Okay, then who would do that other than Helena? Hey, any news?
No, not yet. We're dredging for Helena's body in the shoreline, but the forensics people agree there's no way that she could have survived that fall. Emily! Emily! Hey, I've got good news. Is Nicholas back?
No, he's not back yet. Have you found Helena's body?
No. We found articles of clothing stained with blood. The forensics team, they're going to send him to the lab for analysis, but I'm pretty sure that it's Helena's blood. I think that she died on those rocks, just like Stefan did, and I think the water took her out.
No, I agree. There's no chance that Helena could have survived. But this isn't going to be over for Nicholas until he's seen that body.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to keep looking.
Okay, thanks for your help.
You know, I'm happy that she's dead. All the years of pain and misery she inflicted on all of us are finally over. Most of all, I'm just glad you're safe.
Emily, it's me, Luke. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'll take my hand away if you promise not to scream. Okay?
You scared me half to death, Luke.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't take a chance that you would scream and bring my son, Serpico, back. Did I hear right? Helena's faked her own death?
No, she didn't fake anything. She tried to slit my throat.
That's one of her favorite methods. Very effective.
Well, Nicholas saved me. There was a struggle, and she fell from the bluff.
And now her body is conveniently missing.
The water's higher now than it was the night Stefan went over, and the rocks were partially submerged. There's no way that she staged this, Luke. There's no chance she survived.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure, my dear. It's been my experience. It's pretty hard to kill that old bitch.
Hey, you know, you really shouldn't be here. Lucky's gonna be back any second. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, you could look the other way while I rip the joint off.
So you're trying to clear Sky of Detective Duncan's murder?
Very astute.
You know, you can take whatever you want. There's really not a whole lot left. You know, all the antiques of value were sold months ago, and we don't really keep a whole lot of cash on hand. If you want to hang out in the passageway, Nicholas should be back soon. I'm sure you can get some money out of
Thank you
the
very
Cassadine
much. Thank you. But ripping the Cassadines off is one thing. Accepting their charity is something else. That gives me hives.
Nicholas isn't like the rest
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
cast.
Nicholas is different. I know. But thanks anyway, Emily. And sorry to have scared you. Bye.
Emily!
What's the matter?
Sorry, I saw you on the floor and I thought, I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot of that lately. I'm sorry.
No, I was reading up on Christina's illness. I must have dozed off. Hey, answer that. I think it might be Lucky about Helena or Alexis.
Hello. Hello? Who is this? Who is this? I can hear you. You don't feel like I feel. Breathe like I breathe.
must have felt so lonely without you. That feels nice.
I'm Connor Bishop. You knew my wife, Mary.
You were supposed to be killed in the line of duty.
I look dead to you.
Mary had a letter from the Marines.
Just sit in the chair. Shut up.
If you were alive, why didn't you contact her? Mary was so alone. She was so desolate.
What? Come here. Come here. I know that. Huh? I faked my own death, all right? Made my way through hostile territory and halfway across this world. I've been through hell to get back to my Mary.
If you arrived just a few weeks sooner.
Yeah, whatever. She'd still be alive, right? Huh? Well, it didn't work out that way, did it? My wife is dead, and you and your little boyfriend are gonna pay for what you did to her.
You and Nicholas look so much alike. I'm starting to understand why Mary was so confused.
You don't know nothing about my wife.
Mary and I became friends for a while. We both believed the men we loved were dead. We were trying to help each other.
Well, that help didn't do much good, did it? The papers made her out like she was some kind of maniac.
Mary lost her grip on reality. She was desperate to hold on to Nicholas.
Did you say that? Did you say that? I know how much my wife loved me. She would never turn to another man.
It was confusing for all of us. Nicholas had a head injury when he showed up here. He had no idea who he was. Mary thought that you were dead. She was living alone. And when Nicholas woke up and asked who he was, Mary told him that his name was Connor Bishop.
No, she wouldn't lie to nobody.
Mary was lying to herself. She wanted you back so badly that she used Nicholas as a substitute. Mary told him all about your life. She kept him hidden here, cut off from the world and everyone he loved because she needed to fill the void that you left. Mary needed Nicholas to be you.
And then what? Huh? Then he remembered everything and he just come flying back to you?
It's more complicated than that, but eventually, Nicholas and I fought our way back to each other the way you were trying to do with Mary.
Paper said that Mary, she killed some kids. Kids. I ain't right, she wouldn't do that.
I think Mary developed a split personality. A separate part of herself that was willing to kill to hold on to the man that she thought was her husband.
Is that the official story? Huh? My sweet, gentle little wife went crazy, so your fiancé shot her?
Mary had a knife. She was threatening to kill me. Nicholas shot her in self-defense.
He's a murderer, you know that? He threw that old lady off a cliff.
That woman was Nicholas's grandmother, Elena Castine. She was evil. She was trying to kill me.
You shut up. You shut up. Tell me, why should I believe anything you say? Listen, if something strange is going on, I need you to run a check on Connor Bishop.
Mary's husband alive. He's been dead for months.
Maybe not.
So what happens next? Do you even know? Was there a plan to any of this, or are you just lashing out?
Oh, yeah, there's a plan. There's an objective.
Would you mind letting me in on it?
Sure. House was empty when I got back. It surprised me a little bit because Mary didn't have no place else to go. The power was off. There's nothing but canned goods left in the cupboards. It's like somebody cleaned the place out. Well, I guess it was the police, huh?
Well, the power's on now.
Yeah, I paid the bill. Power company don't know that she's dead.
How long have you been here?
Long enough. Long enough to do the research. See, I wasn't a very good student. No. Mary had to tutor me. She did all my papers for me. Probably wouldn't even graduate high school if it wasn't for her. But see, when there's an objective, that's different. I went on the internet, went to the library, found every article that I could find on the death of my wife. And then I started to research the man who killed her.
Nicholas didn't kill Mary.
He shot her at point-blank range with a .45 caliber semi-automatic. I give your boyfriend this much. He's thorough.
She had a knife. She'd already murdered 3 people that
And I
night.
started to read up on his family. All that I could stand, anyway. It seems the Cassidines kill a lot of people, but they don't go to jail for it.
Nicholas isn't like the rest of his family.
I read about the car accident. How you thought he was dead. I'm sorry to hear that. That must have been difficult for you.
It was.
I'm sure it was. And once I had all the facts, it was just about planning. I followed him, tracked his movements, all those secret entrances, those rooms that nobody ever uses. I watched you fall asleep.
What? When?
You were by the fire reading some book, some medical book. I thought about taking you then, but I decided to wait.
Why?
So he'd know where to find me.
What are you talking about?
And that's why I called. That's why I rode the launch up this time. So when Nicholas starts asking questions, the pilot remembers seeing him at a time when Nicholas knows he wasn't there. Eventually he'll figure it out. He'll realize that I ain't dead and that we look alike. And then he'll come here looking for me.
And then what?
And then he gets to watch you die.
You really think Connor Bishop is lying?
You didn't see the look on my launch pilot's face. He was convinced that he had just taken me to Spoon Island.
Did you ask him what he was wearing?
Yeah, dark clothes, he said, nothing specific. The pilot said he didn't talk much, so whoever it was, he was obviously trying to kill her.
Well, Mary always said you resembled her husband.
That's it. That's Connor's military record right there.
All right. There should be some kind of photo when he was training.
Oh, my God.
That's more than just a resemblance.
Not for that scar, that'd be me.
All right, listen, look right here. It says in the report that they never found Connor's body.
I have to go find Emily.
Have you killed many people?
Why does it matter?
You said you were gonna kill me. I guess I'm curious, will I stand out and be special, or is it just one more murder to you?
In my opinion, what happens in war is a murder. That's the enemy. You're supposed to kill them. That's your job.
So it doesn't bother you?
I don't think about it. It's my job. Well, it was my job. I ain't really got one no more. I ain't nothing. I ain't a Marine. I ain't nothing but a person who wants your little boyfriend to pay for killing my Mary.
You're gonna avenge her.
That's a good word for it. I like that.
Yeah. Easier on the ears than cold-blooded killer. Which is what you'd have to be if you plan to shoot me.
Nicholas killed my wife when she was helpless. Why shouldn't I do the same to him, huh? But you ain't got to worry about nothing. It'll be quick. You won't feel nothing.
Am I supposed to thank you?
No.
Do you think Mary would? Mary and I met, she was already hiding Nicholas.
Okay, I ain't trying to hear this.
Yeah, I guess you could tape my mouth shut.
I don't want to hurt you, Emily.
No, you only want to kill me.
Let's payback. Come on.
And what's it gonna solve? What, it won't bring Mary back to life? It won't honor the love you felt for her? But that's the point, isn't it? To make Mary's death mean something so there's not just an end? So that Nicholas is sorry and you feel what? How are you gonna feel when I'm dead? What, better? Happier?
Whatever.
More at peace?
Whatever I feel. Nicholas and I will probably kill each other. And if we don't, the cops will come in and they'll do the job for us.
Yeah, I can see the headlines now. Marine deserter goes on killing spree, murders woman tied to a chair. Connor Bishop, husband of double murderer Mary Bishop, is responsible for proof today that murder runs in the family. Shut me up, smack my face, scare me into silence. But I'll be dead in a half hour anyway. Think maybe you could kill me if I were a soldier. If this were a mission. But it's not. This is how you're grieving for your wife. Instead of putting flowers on her grave, going to church, giving away her things, you're planning to commit murder in her name. Which brings me back to my original question. Do you really think this is what she'd want?
You're the one who said she was some crazed out killer. Maybe that's exactly what she would want.
Mary lost her mind. You haven't. That's what makes this so terrible. No matter what you do, awake or asleep, you can't stop missing her. You can't help wondering if one tiny action could have changed everything and saved her life. I know, because I asked myself the same question when I thought I lost Nicholas, and the answer is, it doesn't matter. Nothing you do now can change what's already happened. All you can do is use your life to pay tribute to the person you loved.
Well, by setting you free.
That would be a start.
And what about your boyfriend? Huh? Should he go free too? Should he be able to go off and marry you and go on with his life? Even though he destroyed my Marys? You're right. I don't want to kill you. I just want Nicholas to pay, that's all.